Welcome back. As we promised, we are going to shed more light on the government data and cloud center, which was inaugurated yesterday by President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi. And to shed more light on the issue, we should know first how much it's big. It's huge. The Government Data and Cloud Computing Center, spanning over 130,000 square meters, lying in a very secure location, adopting the most recent mechatronic technology, consisting of 1,327 main servers and 1,200 rack servers. To shed more light on the issue and to know more information, we are very much delighted to have with us via phone Dr. Amr Saleh, our IT expert. Thank you very much for being with us, sir, and a very good morning.
Well, very good morning. Actually, I'm not an IT expert. I'm a professor of political economy, and I had the pleasure to be from time to time on your channel. So,
I beg your pardon, sir.
I do welcome you.
Sir, when it comes to IT and when it comes to taking into consideration that Egypt is preparing itself to be an IT hub, President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi said that Egypt started this road in 2018, and now after 6 years we are ready to be a pioneer, if I may call it this way, not only in the Middle East but in North Africa or even in the African continent. If you want to elaborate on that, sir.
I would even say on the word, and I just want to say that since the arrival of President Fattah el-Sisi, he gives lots of interest and importance the IT infrastructure. And you remember his call at the famous conference in Sharm el-Sheikh regarding the IT sector, introducing IT sector to the banking applications and to the banking sector, and how he has ordered to transform the government services, most services in Egypt, into electronic services. To gain time, to be more competitive. You know that competitiveness of the country, of competitive economy, depends IT sectors on the IT applications. Things are becoming very fast. We need to go fast. We need to go efficient. We have to go big. So most of the services now are running through IT applications, and this is the call that President Fattah el-Sisi have initiated since 2017. First, banking sector requesting what's called the global services, global IT service and electronic services for the banking sector, but also for the government service to transform government into electronic government. And Egypt has done a lot. President Fattah el-Sisi has talked about the investments that the state and the government has done in the IT sector. And let me tell you, as a professor of economics, as a university professor, that for years, for the last 25 years, I've been teaching to students, and I know how capable and how smart, and I know the capability and the capacity and the knowledge of our students. Our students are among the best in the IT sectors. We have the best IT people in the Middle East and even the world. Let me tell you, and you can verify this, that most of the IT people working in Arabic and even international companies abroad in Arabic are Egyptians. I would say that 90% of them. Our young generation is really aware and concerned about the IT developments and the universities and the departments that have been opened in Egypt, initiated also, and this is very important, initiated by President Fattah el-Sisi, especially in the areas of artificial intelligence and electronics, proves how much we care about having a generation developing the IT economy in Egypt.
And it's enough, sir, to say that President Sisi said Egypt used to store its data abroad at significant cost, but now the government has been able to localize its data within its borders. I think this is priceless.
This is priceless. This is priceless not in terms of economic return, but in terms of security, in terms of data applications. We will be able to store, to manage, to work on our data. But what's more important, is that you will have a generation that on IT infrastructure, on our data, to develop our data, not to store, but to store, to manage, to develop our data.
Amen to that, and to also ensure that all the government entities are going to be linked together, because before each ministry had its own data server without ensuring its security or its ability to interact with other ministries. But with this unity or with this collaboration, this means that all the concerned bodies are going to coordinate efforts together in a very easy way, and of course safer, more secured, and in the same time to introduce a better service to the citizens.
Exactly, and that's what we call the data chain or the blockchain. The blockchain is a series of data that are interconnected within a unified infrastructure, that serves the government's services and the government's application, and it has lots of interest and lots of benefits in terms of speed, how speed it is, how fast it is, how accurate it is, and how far it could provide fast solutions for the decision makers, not only for the investor and for the citizen, but for the decision makers.
And for saving time, sir.
What's more important is, in my opinion, is the investor and investment, because nowadays, a long time ago, we used to say that the big fish eat the small fish. Now we used to say that the fast fish eat the slow fish. So it's not about the size; it's about you are and how able you are to able to detain the information, use the information in order to provide quick services to the investor. And this is a part, by the way, of the competitiveness. By the way.
Sure. And when it comes to investing in the human being, more than once and in many occasions, President Sisi said that the top priority of the state is to invest in the human being, to invest in the Egyptian character. And
human resources, yes.
And to take into consideration that tomorrow is not ours, tomorrow is for the coming generations, and to enable the coming generations to be armed, if I may call it this way, with science, and to be able to lead the future of this country. This is a duty and a right in the same time. If you want to elaborate on that too.
Yeah, sure. Our human resources are the most important thing. President Fattah al-Sisi for years, definitely different occasions, talked about the young generations. I think we have followed if I'm not mistaken, the World Conference, the Young World Conference for. It was in Sharm el-Sheikh several years ago, and I think there are lots of versions. Egypt is giving lots of importance to the young generation, and as I told you, one of the proofs is that the state, the country, has decided to invest in universities working on very sophisticated technological architecture, such as artificial intelligence and business architectures and those kind of things. So this proves that it's not about only speaking and talking about the young generation, but there are steps that have been taken in Egypt during the last 10 days to provide a platform, a solid platform for the young generation to be able to understand and to be able to learn and to understand what's going on in the modern world.
And when we speak about this information technology or the development we have in the information technology infrastructure, we are not speaking about a certain field, but you can find the uses of this in health sector, in educational sector, of course in the IT sector, in introducing the services, in outsourcing, everything. To what extent do you think, sir, that everyone every citizen, the layman in the street, should know that what we are talking about is a must. It's not a luxury anymore.
Exactly. I was saying a minute ago that IT infrastructure helps us to be more accurate, more fast, and coordinate our efforts, and much more, I wouldn't say cheaper, but more competitive. Nowadays, data, speed, applications are a part, infrastructure by the way, is a part of competitiveness. If you open the competitiveness reports all around the world and we talk about the agile government and efficient governments, it's all about the ability of the government to use data and infrastructure. Competitiveness reports are all about infrastructure. So nowadays, if we want to be more competitive in terms of business, in terms of investment, foreign direct investment, FDIs, attracting investors, having an agile government, it's all about having a solid infrastructure that allows us to work in those areas.
One final question, sir, about where are we? Because many people would say, meaning that now we can easily say that Egypt started from where others end. I mean, we already, we did not start from scratch. We are following up the latest technologies, and we can say easily that we are not less at all than any other developed country in this regard.
No, I think that it's not about developing countries, developed countries or developing. I think that Egypt is one of the leaders in the world in terms of technology. As I've said, we have the best. We have the best tech people. I'm traveling a lot, and I see lots of Egyptians working not only in the Arab countries. When you see the Arab countries, you're going to see that that 90% of the people there are Egyptian on IT infrastructure, but also in I want to say the names of the big high-tech companies all around the world, but a big portion of people that are working there, what is called intangible assets, are Egyptians or from Egyptian origins.
Professor Amr Saleh, thank you very much for your input, sir. Have a very good day. Right after the short break, we are going to return back with more, so stay tuned.